Welcome to this training video on the hidden curriculum in vocational training. In this session, we'll explore one of the most fascinating yet often overlooked aspects of education, the lessons that are not formally taught but are deeply influential. The concept of the hidden curriculum was first introduced by educational theorist Philip Jackson in 1968. It describes the implicit values, attitudes, and social expectations that learners absorb simply by being part of an educational environment. While vocational training is designed to equip students with practical skills and knowledge for their chosen careers, it also shapes their professional identity and sense of belonging through these unspoken lessons. Let's begin by understanding what we mean by the hidden curriculum. In every educational setting, there are three layers of learning. The formal curriculum refers to what is deliberately planned and taught, the structured lessons, activities, and assessments. The informal curriculum includes the learning that happens outside the classroom, such as through work placements or peer interaction. The hidden curriculum, however, consists of the unwritten rules, values, and behaviours that are communicated through routines, institutional culture, and relationships. It is what students learn through observation, experience, and social interaction rather than direct instruction. A key element of the hidden curriculum involves social norms and values. For example, vocational training environments often mirror the expectations of the workplace. Learners are expected to be punctual, wear appropriate attire, follow safety protocols, and work cooperatively. These routines teach more than just discipline. They cultivate attitudes towards professionalism, reliability, and teamwork. When students consistently experience such expectations, they internalize behaviors that become second nature in their future employment. Cultural expectations also form part of the hidden curriculum. In many training environments, learners absorb messages about what is considered acceptable or normal within the dominant culture, including styles of communication, dress, and interpersonal behavior. For learners from diverse backgrounds, this can create challenges if their cultural norms differ from those promoted by the institution. An inclusive vocational trainer recognizes this and actively helps learners navigate these expectations while valuing cultural diversity. Another component of the hidden curriculum relates to behavioral expectations. The way instructors manage classrooms, reward success, and respond to mistakes teaches learners about authority, accountability, and respect. For instance, consistent enforcement of safety rules reinforces the importance of compliance in professional environments. Similarly, fair and transparent disciplinary procedures communicate lessons about justice and equality. Social hierarchies and relationships also emerge within training settings. These hierarchies might appear in how students are grouped by ability, how instructors interact with learners, or how peer influence shapes participation. Sometimes these structures reflect broader inequalities found in society, subtly influencing learners' perceptions of status, power, and opportunity. Awareness of this dynamic is vital for educators aiming to promote fairness and equality. Gender roles can also be reinforced through the hidden curriculum. In vocational training, certain trades have traditionally been associated with one gender, for example, construction with men or childcare with women. Such patterns can discourage students from exploring non-traditional career paths. Teachers and trainers play a key role in challenging these stereotypes by promoting equal opportunities and highlighting role models across all fields. The hidden curriculum also influences learners' attitudes toward knowledge and learning itself. In some training environments, practical skills are valued far more than theoretical understanding. In others, academic performance may be prioritized. These underlying messages shape how learners view their education, whether they see it as a process of mastery, compliance, or creativity. A balanced approach that values both theory and practice encourages deeper engagement and lifelong learning. Emotional and social learning is another significant aspect. Learners pick up cues about emotional regulation, empathy, and cooperation from how teachers model these behaviors. For example, when an instructor responds to mistakes with patience and constructive feedback, learners see that error is part of growth. When peers support each other, they learn collaboration and respect, essential skills in any workplace. However, the hidden curriculum can also create hidden barriers. Biases, stereotypes, and unspoken assumptions can disadvantage certain groups. For example, students with disabilities or from minority backgrounds might encounter lower expectations or subtle exclusion. These experiences can affect confidence, achievement, and retention. Recognizing and addressing such barriers is an essential part of inclusive education. The hidden curriculum can have both positive and negative impacts. On the positive side, it helps to build social cohesion and professional readiness. It teaches learners how to work collaboratively, follow organizational norms, and adapt to the expectations of employers. It also encourages a sense of belonging and community, helping students transition more smoothly into their careers. On the negative side, however, it can reinforce social inequalities and stereotypes. Students from privileged backgrounds may find it easier to align with institutional expectations, while others may feel marginalized or pressured to conform. Similarly, gender and cultural biases may influence subject choices, classroom participation, or future opportunities. As educators, recognizing these patterns is the first step towards mitigating their effects. To manage the influence of the hidden curriculum, educators should engage in continuous reflection. Regular self-assessment helps teachers identify the implicit messages they may be sending through tone, language, or classroom practices. Keeping a reflective journal and seeking feedback from colleagues and students can offer valuable insights. Professional development workshops focusing on inclusivity and unconscious bias are also effective ways to raise awareness. Promoting inclusivity should be an ongoing commitment. This means designing activities that develop social and emotional intelligence, such as group discussions and role-playing. It also means creating mentorship opportunities where experienced learners or professionals guide newcomers and help them navigate both the formal and hidden aspects of their training environment. Addressing bias within the curriculum is equally important. Educators can review learning materials to ensure they reflect diversity and do not perpetuate stereotypes. Monitoring classroom participation can help identify whether all voices are being heard, and taking immediate action to address discrimination or microaggressions reinforces fairness and respect. Finally, encouraging a positive learning environment is essential. A classroom that values transparency, fairness, and mutual respect allows every learner to thrive. Celebrating all types of achievement, academic, practical, emotional, and social, communicates that success takes many forms. By modeling empathy, integrity, and professionalism, teachers shape not just learners' skills, but their character and confidence. In conclusion, the hidden curriculum is an invisible yet powerful force within vocational education. It shapes the way learners think, behave, and perceive their place in the world of work. While it can reinforce inequalities if left unchecked, it can also be harnessed to cultivate inclusion, professionalism, and shared values. As educators, our role is to make the invisible visible, to recognize the hidden curriculum, question it, and guide it in ways that support fairness, opportunity, and lifelong growth for every learner.